through Mathematics Syllabus T 2019 Paper 1. Right? Please begin. Let us begin. Next one, first question, write down the order of rotational symmetry of the diagram. Now, this order of rotational symmetry, first let me check whether is it really a square. This is not really a square, right? If it's a square, my order of rotational symmetry will usually be order 4. But please note that, you see what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This length is 5, and this length over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, is 4 units. So if you were to rotate about it, this is actually like a rectangle. So when you have a rectangle, when you rotate 180 degrees, you will flip and go back to the same rectangle. Then you flip again, and now 360, you get back the original. So in this case, for a rectangle, the order of rotation symmetry will only be order 2. Right? So this diagram is trying to confuse you. If it's a 4 by 4 square and you have all the 4 corners shaded properly, that rotation symmetry will be order 4. Okay, but this is not a square, so please take note the order of rotation symmetry will be just order 2. Okay. Next one, shape one square so that the diagram only has one line of symmetry. So if it only have one line of symmetry, right, I must shape the square somewhere in the middle or whichever. But it depends on how I cut the symmetry. So since this is a rectangle, right, I can actually just shape any square along the center line, only one particular center line. So maybe if you want, I can put the particular line of symmetry along here. Okay, but if I will not put this in the middle, I'll shape the square somewhere at the corners. Okay, actually in the middle also can, but anyway along the line. Right, so if I shape this square, then this one will have one line of symmetry, can have no other lines of symmetry already. Okay, because it's only on one particular side of the triangle, so of the figure. So in this case, I'll shape this square to be my square. Right, of course you can shape anywhere along the center line, right? But if you prefer the other way around, this one is the line of symmetry, then that will be a little bit of a problem. So we cannot have a line of symmetry along here. If I have a line of symmetry that's along this side, right, whatever I shade on top, I must have another square shaded below. So that means I need to shade 2 squares, but this one only say 1 square. So this is the only possible line of symmetry. Okay. Next question, find an expression for the n term of this sequence. So in this sequence, you notice this one is plus 3, plus 3, plus 3. So every time we have something plus 3, my formula will have a plus 3n. Then I need to think what number in front, what number plus 3 can give me 10? What number plus 3 can give me 10? 7 plus 3 can give me 10. So this answer will be 7 plus 3n. Or you can minus 3 from 10, and you know that the number is 7. Okay, next question, similar triangle, one big, one small. So to find the length, and they give you that ABC similar to PQR. Let's match the corresponding side. A with P, angle B with angle Q, RC with angle R. All right, so in this case, I can have a simple ratio. There are 2 ways you can do your ratio. Or you can either write in fraction or the normal ratio. So let us find a pair. Okay, I'll probably have 6:4. So the ratio is 6:4 cm. Then this one, AB, is the one I need to find. Question mark over 8 with 8. Right, so from here, I have 8 cm. How do I get the number? You can do your working. 8 divided by 4 times 6. Right, 8 over 4 times 6, 12. Or some of you will realize that 4 times 2 can give me 8. Also can give me 8. Also can give me 12. All right, so it's 2 times of the other. So you can just do a simple calculation. Right, so the answer here will be 12 cm. Have you gotten your answer? Now, some of you prefer to do a fraction. You can also do 4 over 6 and compare it with 8 over AB. Then you do your cross multiplication. I also can write my ratio the other way around. 6 over 4 AB over 8. Okay, So the order is up to you. Okay, but please do the big over the small, big over small, or small over big, small over big. Right? Don't change the position anyhow. Next question. This one over here, this is the angles in a triangle. I have 90 degrees and I have this length 7. Find the reflex angle at A. So the whole thing, all the angles at a point add up to 360. So this reflex angle here will be 360 minus 42. That gives me 318 degree, the reflex angle. So what about the other one? The one that looks a little bit like that. This one is my obtuse angle. This one is my acute. And this one is my reflex. Right? Reflex means more than 180. Next, find the length of BC. To find the length of BC in this is a right angle triangle. I have an angle 42 and I have a length 7. So I need to think of twa, ka, and so. Right, in this case, I need to find a length. I cannot do inverse, so I need to do cross multiplication fraction, right? So let us find, I want to find BC, question mark. I must have this. This is the side that doesn't touch my angle. It's the opposite. Then what about the other one? I need to have this, so BC must be, right? The other one will be AB. The side is given to me. That's my adjacent. It touches my angle, but it's not the hypotenuse, so it's A. Right? So in this case, I will have TOA, tangent. But since I'm going to find length, I'm not going to do inverse. So tangent must go with the angle. So it will be tangent 42 degree. This case, then we need to write equal to TOA. Opposite is my question mark, which is BC, the question mark, over my adjacent, which is 7. Right? So what do we need to do? We multiply these over. Okay, cross multiply. So this will be a number, tangent 42 times 7. Right? You can press your calculator for the value for tangent 42. But some of you, the way you press a calculator, when you key in your calculator, tangent, it will automatic bracket 42. If you don't pay attention, you put multiply by 7, then it will not be a correct answer. Remember to press the bracket to close the bracket. Tangent 42 close, then times 7. Then you can get a correct answer, 6.3028. For BC and rounding it off to 3 civic, 1, 2, 3, so 6.30. Have you gotten the answer? Next question over here. This one, I like my repeat. Okay, my favorite field, letter F, corresponding. Letter U or letter C. A plus B equals to 180. This is interior. Angles on parallel line. Letter Z, this is alternate. Angles on parallel lines. Then last but not least is X, vertically opposite angles. Okay, so let's take a look at our diagram. L and Q and LO is a triangle. LQ is a straight line. L to Q is parallel to MP, okay? L to Q parallel to MP. So in this case, you can see a letter F already, all right? And not only that, I can also see an alternate angles. Okay, some people will think that the 25 is an alternate angle. No, the two parallel sides is here. So you have to draw a diagonal across this parallel side. So this one here will be 40 degrees. All right, let's see, is there any other information? No other angles that I can think of. Maybe interior angle, but I also don't have. All right, let's take a look. What angle do they want me to calculate? Find angle MPN. So I need to find this angle. Oh, so let's write down this angle is 40 first. So angle LPM is equal to 40 degree. That is because of alternate angles on parallel lines. Then if I want to find angle M and PM, that will be 180 minus 25 minus 40 degree. Angles on a straight line. 180 minus 25 minus 40, 115 degree. Same marks over here. So do write down your reasons as well. If not, you indicate it on your diagram. That looks something like that. Okay, and then adjacent angles on the straight line. Okay. Next question. This one. Calculate the sector area. Area of sector. The area, right? Area is in terms of cm square. So we need to use the one with pi r square. And an angle theta over 360 degrees. So this one, the angle is 80 over 360 degrees times pi. What's the radius in this case? The radius over here can be seen is r equals to 9 pi r squared. And that gives me 56.548, rounding it off, 56.5 cm squared. 3S. Have you gotten the answer? With that, we move on to the next page. This one is construction of an equilateral triangle. If you realize that one of the year's paper, I think 2022, or is it 20, one of the first few three papers, 2022 or 2021, if not 2020. Okay, equilateral triangle. So how do you construct equilateral triangle? You open up your compass, right? Measure the same length as AB. Then you turn your compass, right, until you have a mark somewhere here. Use back the same length, don't change it, and then you get somewhere here. Then you measure, you make sure that the angle, the length over here, all of them are the same length, and then this is all 60 degree. All right, so something for you to double check, right? So you can use your protractor to measure whether it's 60 degrees or not. Next one, construct an isosceles triangle such that PQ is the base, but they tell you that PR and QR is both 7 cm. R is the letter that's missing. So what you need to do, you need to open up your compass. You need to measure 7 cm. Right, so you open up your compass 7 cm. Right, open up your compass 7 cm, right? Then after that, you place your compass on P, but I don't know where's my 7 cm because my diagram not accurate, right? So you put, because it's PR, right? So put a sharp point at P, then you draw an arc for your 7 cm, right? Then now you don't change the length, keep it at 7 cm, put the next point at Q, then you find another point that has 7 cm, you have the point of intersection, then you might have a slightly longer one. Then you measure, this one must be 7 cm, this one must be 7 cm. Right, so this one will be an isosceles triangle, but PQ is definitely not 7 cm, so it's not an equilateral triangle. Okay, so it will be something that look like that. Okay, let me go on to the next question. Next question over here, the formula contains D, right? 2, for this, I always write everything in bracket. 2 times D equals to 3 times H. How do I know which is the one to draw a bracket? H is the number given, so 3 times H plus 14. The H is the 5.2. Let's calculate this number, 3 times 5.2 plus 14. That gives me the number 29.6. Right, 29.6. Then after this, but I do not want just 2, I want the number D. So I need to divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2. That gives me 14.8 exact value. write down the exact value. If the number is not exact, write it down the fraction. Okay, write it down in fraction. Next part, this one, you see every year people also have this question. Rearrange the formula to make H the subject. Which one is the formula? This is my formula, right? Copy down the formula. 2D equals to 3 times H, 3H plus 14. Okay, now I want to make H my subject, but H is with the bodyguard 3, so cannot get rid of the 3 first. So what we need to do, we need to get rid of the 14. This is plus 14, so you undo it, you minus 14. So 2D minus 14. That will give you 3H. Now I don't want the 3, don't want this 3 over here, so I should divide everything by 3. Right, divide by 3. So how do we write divide by 3? We write the whole thing over 3. Then get your answer. Rearrange, make H in front. Then 2D minus 14 over 3 is at the back. Okay, check that for this, all the numbers are integers, whole number. So a fraction cannot have decimal place. Right, so this one will be the answer. Next question. Now, the entrance fee for Flower Dome, right, in Marina Bay Gardens, these are the different fee. Oh, got so many. Right, Mr. and Mrs. Jenner and their 11-year-old daughter from New Zealand, they are staying with their friends, Mr. and Mrs. Tan, who are both Singapore adults. So, Mr. and Mrs. Jenner are tourists, then got 11-year-old, so adult and a child. Okay, 11 years old. So, they are staying with their friends, Mr. and Mrs. Tan, who is adult, Singapore adult. They all decided to go to the Flower Dome, find the total entrance charges. So Mr. and Mrs. Jenner, you got 2 adult at $28, plus 11-year-old child, one of them $15, plus 2 adults, Mr. and Mrs. Tan, who are Singapore citizen, so 20 times 2. A total $111. Have you gotten the answer? And like that for 4 marks, so quite a lot, right? And you notice this kind of question quite similar, right? One of the year's paper is repeated, and it also has something that look like that. Okay, but I think it's the Grand Prix, right? The F1 race. Next question. For safety reasons, the length of a wheelchair ramp is 12 times the height of the step. So the length of the wheelchair ramp is 12 times the height of the, find the length of the ramp. So I take 12 times 0.4. And that gives me the number 4.8. So that will be 4.8 meters. So diagram shows the step and the ramp. So I got 0.4. Oh, I got this one 4.8. How do I find this side? Recall this one is my Pythagoras theorem. I am looking for the shorter side. This is the one, not the hypotenuse. Cannot say that it's the shorter one, very short also, because 0.4 is the shortest. But this one is definitely not the hypotenuse. So do we add or do we subtract? So we need to subtract, right? So we need to take square root. Which number minus which number? 4.8. What must we do to it? 4.8 square minus 0.4 square. Square root 4.8 square minus 0.4 square. And that will give me the number 4.7833. Rounding off to 3 sig fig, 4.78 meters. Is it meters? Yeah, meters. Have you gotten the answer? Next question. Down to, ooh, this one. Okay, practical situation, right? So need to read our table slowly. A delivery company charges basic cost of $6, so always cost $6, plus an extra charge. So we're going to add some extra charges for larger and extra charge for heavier parcel. So larger and heavier. So what is this talking about? The extra charge is made if A plus B plus C, meaning these 3 sides, right? Height, length and breadth add together is greater than 200. If it's bigger than 200, the extra of $3 is charged for every additional 20 cm. 20 cm plus the $3. 20 cm plus $3. And part of 20 cm. So even if 15 cm, also add another $3. Okay, that's what it's talking about. So in this case, you notice 200 and add another 20 cm will be $3. Then 240, even this is a part, another 20 cm, right, is still $2. And now 20 cm is another $3. Okay, so this is what the table means. Every additional 20 cm or part of the 20 cm is also $3. Then extra charge for the heavier parcel. The extra charge is made if the parcel is greater than 5 kg, heavier than 5 kg. So for 5 kg or below, no extra charge. But let's say if I have a parcel of 13 kg. Where is 13? Oh, 13 will be here, right? Then the extra charge will be $16, right? So on and so forth. So this is how you read your table. Okay. Find the total cost. The total cost is made up of the basic plus any extra charges. So the basic cost is how much? $6 plus 40 cm by 50 by 150. 40 by 50 by 150. A plus B plus C equals to 240. Oh, greater than 20 cm. 240 is this one. Extra charge is the $6. Plus, is it weighing heavier? 4 kg. 4 kg is in lesser than 5, so no extra charge. So $12 will be the cost. Calculate the total cost to deliver a parcel measuring 30 cm by 40 cm by 130. So the basic cost, basic plus the extra. The basic is $6. Now 30, 40, 130. 30, 40, 130. 30 plus 40 plus 130, 200. Not greater than 200 cm, right? So no extra charge, 0. So 200 will be 0. Oops. Then let's see, is it heavier? Mass is 18 kg. Heavier, greater than 5 already. Mass is 18. Which interval contains 18? 18 is inside here, between 15 to 20. So the extra charge will be $21. And total give you $27. Have you gotten the answer? Right now you get the concept ready, right? Next question. The question says, calculate the total cost to deliver a parcel. So I need a basic charge plus the extra. The basic is $6. The extra, let's check. 40 cm by 40 cm by 200. 40, no space to write. Okay, I write 40 by 40 plus 200. That is 280, right? Oh, there's no 280 here. So every additional, I plus 20, plus 20, plus 20, plus another 20. So there will be 280 plus $3, plus $3, plus $3, plus another $3. So there will be $12. Okay, so my extra charge over here, this one will be $12, right? Plus, is it heavier? Mass is 25 kg. So let's go back and see. 25 kg, where's 25 kg? 25. Oh, there are two numbers with 25. Which one? Look at this. This one has equal to 25. This one is more than 25. So the correct answer is inside this interval, equal to 25. So 26 is the answer. So plus 26. All right, I repeat again now. This one, look at the symbol here, less than equal to, so it can be equal to 25. But whereas this one is greater, the one on the other side, this one is greater than 25 already. So it's not, I need to use this interval over here. Okay, 26. That gives me the number $44. Have you gotten the answer? Next question now. Oh, invitations party are printed on cards which measure 200 meters by 100 meter by 0.5 mm thickness. So if I look at it, this is my card with a little bit of my height. One small piece. So this is actually a cuboid length, breadth, height. Oops, the way I draw it is not very nice. Maybe let me draw nicer. And have a little bit of a height. Okay, so length, breadth, and height. And note that 10 mm equals to 1 cm. The organizer has 600 of such cards printed. 600 of them, and they are placed on top of each other to form a cuboid. So you have a form a cuboid. There are 600 pieces. Remember, one piece is 0.5 mm. There are 600 pieces. So the whole height over here, right, the value for H, there are one piece is 0.5 mm, the whole height, there are 600 pieces, 600 times 0.5. So this value for the height will be 600 times one piece, 0.5. And that gives you 300 mm. So this one over here will have 300 mm. And this part is 200 by 100 mm. Okay, so we get your answer. Find the volume of the cuboid in cubic millimeter. So it's mm cubic cube. So we take 100 length, breadth, and the height is now 300 mm. And that gives you the volume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mm cube. Okay, but now the next question say, convert your answer in part B to cubic centimeters. What did they give us? They give us that 10 mm equals to 1 cm, right? So 10 mm equals to 1 cm. Can I write it the other way around? 1 cm equals to 10 mm. Right, I want to convert from millimeter to cm, so I'm going to divide by 10. But this is cube, this is volume. So be 1 cube cm cube, 10 cube millimeter cube. So I'm going to divide by 10 cube. Right, so I'm going to divide by 10 cube itself. So in this case, I take my answer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, divide by 10 cube. Okay. And that gives me answer 6,000 cm cube. Is that okay? Each card, one piece of card has a mass of 7 gram. 7 gram. Calculate the total mass. So there are how many cards in total? There are 600 cards in total, right? So find the volume mass. 600 cards of 7 gram. 600 times 7. That gives you 4,200 gram. But they want you to change it in kilogram. 1 kg equals to 1,000 gram. So from gram to kg, divide by 1,000. 4.2 kg. Have you gotten the concept? Okay. With that, I come to the end of this part of our paper. I'll see you for the next lesson. Goodbye.